Hi, I'm Patty Johnson, and I'm here today with my colleague Ken McKean. We're both from the Baird & Warner Evanston office, and we're here today to interview Catherine Leonard, our friend and managing broker.
I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia. My dad was a Washington, D.C. government guy, and for some reason my attention was drawn to the University of Notre Dame in Indiana. Nobody in my high school was going there, but I got a hold of that somehow, went there, and then I went to Northwestern for graduate school.
Oh, didn't know that. So what was your career before real estate? Was it always real estate?
No, my husband and I met in advertising on Madison Avenue in New York City, and we were both on the management side, so we were the suits. Not necessarily just as a manager, but in selling, because of the way you have to sort of be the quarterback of a team. And in advertising, the suits were in charge of bringing together research and media and creative, and of course the client. And I feel like it's the same thing in real estate.
What drew you to real estate and then Baird & Warner?
One part of that answer is kind of corny, and the other part is very practical. The corny part is my mom always made such a big deal about home and made such a cozy, warm home for us wherever we were. And she always felt like if everybody could have, she said, a nap and a shower, there'd be world peace. So that drew me to the charity work I've done my whole adult life with the homeless population. And the more practical part is that when my family decided to move to the United States from Europe, I flew in to look at all the houses, and she said, I'm not going to show you any houses until you feel comfortable about what school you'd like your kids to go to. So we spent the day doing that, and I remember thinking, she's not out for the transaction. She really wants to help us find the best place. So she sort of shattered the myth of realtors as shysters.
Was that in Europe where she was helping you, or here?
No, here.
In Evanston?
In Evanston.
In Evanston, yeah. And so I ended up joining the company that she belonged to, and she became sort of my mentor there when I started to sell, because she made an impression upon me that you can be an honorable, helpful, kind person in this industry. And then so combining that with my love of homes and the importance I placed on that, I thought, oh, I could do that, and I'd like to be like her.
Catherine, can you tell us what some of your responsibilities are as managing broker?
Yeah, sort of the short catchy phrase is to train, retain, and recruit. But I think to put some flesh on that, my job is to help all of you make as much money as you can, and train you with all the tools that Baird & Warner offers. And then of course the other part of it is to bring in new agents. And I guess the funny thing I could say is, to also keep us out of jail. We have to make sure everything's
we have to make sure
on the straight and narrow. Yeah.
I think one great thing that I love about Baird & Warner is I love that you don't sell, that we're your focus. And I know that's really been helpful with us.
Just to back up a little bit, what brought you to Baird & Warner? So you were at another firm in town, and then you moved and broker, and then you transitioned from broker to managing broker, which you explained. But why did you choose Baird & Warner?
So this is my favorite story, and it speaks so well of Baird & Warner. President of Baird & Warner Residential Sales, Laura Ellis. And it was an evening where I had a couple of deals fall through, and as the breadwinner in my family, I was understandably anxious about it. And it was dinner time, and I remember I was cutting the heck out of some vegetables. And the phone rang, and I answered, and this woman said, "You don't know me, but would you be interested?" Et cetera, et cetera. And I said, "Absolutely."
Wow.
And then I met with her and just fell in love with her and the people I subsequently met. But I kept saying, "How did you get my name? I don't understand." And it was quite confidential at the time. But then when she was able to tell me, I was given her name by the very person that I replaced, because he was going to be moved to another office. And I'm thinking to myself, but I don't know him. I had crossed paths was at charity events for the homeless, where I had presided over a gala, and I guess I gave a speech, and he said to the Baird & Warner executives, she cares about homelessness and giving back. She's our kind of person. Had nothing to do with real estate.
We look forward to the future too.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
do
you.
great things together.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Yeah.
lot for
Hope so.
your interest.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.